Hey, host team, I am here to give you guys some information about what's happening in September. So, as you know, we are going through every single role over the next 5 months, and September is greeters. And so, today we're going to talk a little bit about doors, something that's going to start happening this coming weekend. Now, first, just to ease us into this subject, got a little joke about doors for you. It's a knock knock joke. Ready? Knock knock. I'm expecting you're saying who's there. Doris. Doris who? Doris locked, that's why I'm knocking. Okay, cheesy, yes, but it got you thinking about doors, right? Okay, so speaking of doors, this coming weekend, we are starting something new, and that is that we are going to have set times to open and close the auditorium doors during the experience. Now, here's everything that you need to know. We're going to run through it really quick. First of all, what are we doing? We are opening doors 10 minutes before each experience starts, and we are closing them 10 minutes after it starts. So for example, if you serve at the 10 o'clock, service starts at 10. So those doors will be closed until 9:50. That's 10 minutes before the service starts. They'll open, and then they will stay open through 10:10. That's 10 minutes after the service starts, and then they will close. Now, there will be these signs on the doors those auditorium doors starting this weekend, and that'll help support the leadership that you're going to bring to this new system. And so that way people can have a visual of exactly what's happening. All right, now you're wondering, why are we doing this? And there are really three reasons why we're doing this. First of all, consistency. This way, we have a consistent time each experience every weekend that these doors are opening and shutting. This will just help let staff, volunteers, and guests know what to expect. Secondly, this allows on those experiences where there's one before that's happening before, this allows for the auditorium to be prepped, to be reset, and ready for the next service time. That way, experience prep can be doing their thing while the doors are closed, and when they open, and things are good to go, they're ready, and we are communicating to our guests, and we're prepared for you, and we got this ready just for you. The third reason is whether or not there's an experience before yours, what this does by keeping the door closed a little longer is it actually helps with lobby connection. Instead of someone being able to just beeline to their seat, they're actually going to be in the lobby a little longer, which allows us as staff and as host team more time to connect with them and get to know them before the experience starts. So that's a huge plus for every single service. Now, a few questions that you may be wondering about that I want to address. First of all, what if someone wants in early? Okay, here's what I want you to hear. This does not just apply for the doors, but this applies for everything we do. We will always put our people above our process. And here's what I mean by that. Yes, our process is that we're going to be opening and shutting doors at a certain time. However, ultimately, we're going to put our people above that. And so if there's someone who wants to get in the auditorium early, that is completely fine. Here's an example of how that conversation might go. Someone walks up, but the doors are still closed. It's not time to open them yet, but they want to get in. It's a great opportunity for you to lead and cast vision. Just really explaining to them in a very positive tone, not drawing a line in the sand, not being rude or anything like that, but just informing them of the why behind what we're doing. Hey, I know that you'd like to get in. However, our experience prep team is still getting things ready for you. Could you give us just a few more minutes so that the auditorium is perfect when you walk in? And if they're still saying, oh man, I want to get in now, that's completely fine. You've done a great job casting vision in a positive way. And at this point, you can say, oh, absolutely. I'm so sorry that things aren't 100% ready for you yet, but I would love to go ahead and let you in. You can open the door and let them right in. You don't need to prop the door open at this point because that would communicate to everyone that they can come on in. That's not the case if it's before time, but you can let that group of people or those few people in and then simply close the door behind them. That is completely fine. We will always put our people above our process. The next question you might be wondering is, how long do I stay at my door? Well, nothing is changing here. Exactly what you're already doing is the same process now. So you'll stay at those doors from after huddle. If you are a greeter and you're on those doors, you're going to go there right after huddle and you'll stay there until worship ends. Now, that is a great segue into the next question, which is, what about the end of the experience? At the end of the experience, now not just for the inside auditorium door greeters, but this is for external doors as well. We want to be back at our doors at the end of the experience. Now for the people greeting at the auditorium doors, when you go back to that door, as soon as you hear Stefan say, whoever finds God finds life, that's your cue to open and prop open those doors. At that point, we're going to leave them open for 5 minutes just to give people time to get out of the auditorium, and then we'll go ahead and close them so that the whole process starts over for the next service. Now, if there's still people in there talking at that point, that's okay. We can just close the doors, and that way we're ready to go for the next service. If you have any questions on any of this, don't hesitate to ask myself or your coach. We're looking forward to making every single experience even more excellent through this consistency. Thank you for what you do. I'll see you soon.